Hey guys, down here for Arcade Raid and welcome back to a brand new video. You've probably already either heard of or watched Pokemon in the past and you maybe have a general idea of what the show is. But how much do you actually know about the show? Well, here are 50 Pokemon facts that you probably did not know. Ash's starter Pokemon was going to be Clefairy but was swapped for Pikachu to make it more appealing for boys and girls alike. 2. Two Pokemon, Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan, were named after two famous martial artists, Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan. 3. Upon being told that Pokemon was going to be shown worldwide, director Masamitsu Hidaka decided to phase Brock out of the Orange Island season, fearing American audiences would perceive him as a racist stereotype towards Asians. However, when his character received strong positive reception, he was brought back into the series at the end of the season. 4. In December 1997, more than 700 Japanese children suffered seizures, vomiting, irritated eyes and other symptoms after viewing a flashing red background in the episode Electric Solar Porygon from the Japanese version of the show. The show was pulled for retooling until April of 1998. Electric Soldier Porygon was only shown once in Japan and has never been shown again. 5. The names of two Pokemon, Ekans and Arbok, are herpetological words. By that I mean you can read them in reverse and get real words. 6. Following the terrorist attacks on the USA of September 11, 2001, the episode A Scare in the Air had its title changed to Spirits in the Sky out of respect for the United States fans. The episode Tentacool and Tentacool was pulled from the rotation due to its storyline, which featured a creature that destroyed the skyscrapers. In total, there were 3 episodes that were pulled because of 9/11. 7. The Orange Islands of second season is the only time a region has been made purely for the series and not based on a region seen in the games that this series is based upon. 8. The names of the Team Rocket members were taken from two notorious Western outlaws, Jesse and James from Jesse James and Cassidy and Butch from Robert Butch Cassidy Parker. 9. The holiday Kids Day as featured in the series is an actual holiday in Japan. 10. The name Pikachu is a combination of two Japanese onomatopoeic words, Pika, the noise an electric spark makes, and Chu, the noise a mouse makes. 11. The names of Jesse and James of Team Rocket were changed from the original Japanese names due to cultural reasons. In Japan, they are known as Masushi, which is Jesse, and Gojiro, which is James, which is a literary reference to two rival samurai. 12. The series uses a couple of sound effects from Star Trek The Next Generation from 1987. The Enterprise D door chime used when Ash's Pokédex was updated for the GS Pokemon Season 2, and the Enterprise D transporter used as a part of an Electrode or Voltorb self-destruct. 13. The word Pokemon was derived from the Japanese words Poketo Monsuta, also known as Pocket Monsters. 14. In America, the television series debuted roughly a month before the games were released. 15. Ash's last name Ketchum is a play on the word Sketchum, as in gotta catch 'em all, but you probably already knew that. 16. Despite being a Japanese anime, this show has always been targeted toward an American audience. This is because the video games Pokemon Blue and Red and trading card games were more popular in the USA than in Japan. Thus, the English version of the first 4 seasons were made before the Japanese versions. Ash in the English version's name isn't Satoshi, and some names of the Pokemon are spelled English words. Not only that, the characters' mouth movements match what they're saying in English, and sometimes they don't match what they're saying in Japanese. However, 4K Entertainment did have a hand in changing the food that they eat. Okay, so from here on out, all the rest of the facts are cool things that you may not have known about Pokemon in the series. 17. Bulbasaur is the only unevolved Dual-type starter Pokemon. 18. Ivysaur is the only Generation I Pokemon whose name begins with the letter I. 19. Venusaur is a combination of the words Venus, which refers to the Venus flytrap plant, and the Greek word saur, which means lizard. 20. Charmander is the tallest fire-type starter Pokemon. 21. Charmeleon is capable of learning Lair in Generation I. 22. Charizard was voted as the favorite Pokemon by the official Nintendo magazine readers in February 2012. 23. Squirtle is the first water-type Pokemon in the National Pokédex. 24. Wartortle gets its name from a combination of war or warrior, tortoise, and turtle. 25. Blastoise has the highest special defense of all fully evolved starter Pokemon. 26. Pidgey is the only Pokemon with a base stat of 251. 27. Pidgeotto was caught by Ash in Ash Catches a Pokemon. Since then, it was one of Ash's main Pokemon. 28. Rattata is the first pure normal type Pokemon in the National Pokédex order. 29. Raichu can be male or female. The difference in appearance is that the female has a smaller, blunted lightning bolt at the end of its tail. 30. Sandshrew is based on an animal called the pangolin. It's a mammal that curls up into a ball with sharp claws and lives in desert regions. 31. Vulpix was originally going to be called Foxfire. 32. Meowth is the first Pokemon in the anime to talk. 33. Psyduck is the only Pokemon to learn Psychic by breeding. 34. Tentacool is weak against ground, electric, and psychic type moves. 35. Magnemite is the first Steel-type Pokemon in the National Pokédex order. 36. Magneton has been used by more rival characters than any other Pokemon. 37. Farfetch is the only non-glitch Pokemon with an apostrophe in its name. 38. Murk is tied with Mew for the shortest English name out of all Pokemon. Yeah, Murk. 49. Eevee's evolutionary family has the most evolutionary relatives out of any other Pokemon. 40. Mew was a little known secret when Pokemon Red and Green were first released in Japan. Even Nintendo was not initially aware that Mew was programmed into the game. 41. Mewtwo is a clone of the Pokemon Mew, yet it comes before Mew in the Pokédex. And that's it for random Pokemon only facts. Back to our regularly scheduled programming. 42. In the anime, the inside of Charizard's wings are colored green, but in the games they are colored with more of a blue tint. 43. Pikachu and Meowth's number in the Pokédex are flipped. Pikachu's number is number 25 and Meowth is number 52. It's a cat against the mouse. 44. Wobbuffet is the only fully evolved Pokemon that can't learn any TMs. 45. Latias and Latios were the first legendary Pokemon to have set genders in the game. 46. Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres all end in Spanish numbers: uno, dos, and tres. 47. Giovanni is the only underground criminal boss not to endanger a legendary Pokemon. 48. Grass and Rock have the most weaknesses, with each having 5. Grass types are weak against Bug, Fire, Flying, Ice, and Poison, and Rock types are weak against Flying, Grass, Ground, Steel, and Water. 49. Every ancient Pokemon is part Rock type: Kabuto, Omanite, Aerodactyl, Anorith, Lilip, Cranidos, Shieldon, Tortuga, Archen, Tyrant, and Amora. 50. All local professors are named after trees: Elm, Oak, Birch, Rowan, Juniper, and Sycamore. And that's it for this video. You may probably see this video a bit behind my schedule, mainly because the script is really long and I'm editing all this stuff by myself. If you like this video, show your appreciation by leaving a like, commenting down below, and subscribing for new videos every single week. Thanks for watching, and I'll be seeing you in the next video.